first 4 weeks, I'm fine with that. If it's a development year and if it's a year that you're in transition, to rip the Band-Aid off, as you always say, and go with the kid. The kid is the best raw, talented quarterback here in Santa Clara right now. Is he going to be rusty? Absolutely. Is he going to be nervous? Absolutely. But what I saw on that last drive when he led the Niners to a touchdown, he could just do things Jimmy can't do. He can use his legs.
Agreed.
He can improvise.
But he's going to have mistakes as well. And I think that's the hard part.
Jimmy makes rookie mistakes, Shasky.
He does, but he's more consistent in terms of being able to move the ball around. The problem with the 49ers right now in their offense, they're so predictable. Guys are waiting to light up our skill position players because we throw to three spots on the field. We throw in the middle of the field, and we throw short and underneath.
Is that on Kyle?
It's on everything right now. It really is. I don't think, today was not, the offense needed to score more, but I think it was a function of, at times, penalties did them in, special teams, if they kick a field goal there and get at least another 3 points on the board, I think it changes everything. I think it made them reluctant to go for it at the 50-yard line when it was a 4th and short, like they were going to go for it, and they're like, eh. And then it felt like the defense that was playing their butts off. You have the D Ford offsides, which was brutal.
Brutal on 3rd down.
Russell Wilson overthrew him on that sideline to DK Metcalf. And then it felt like Trey Kirkpatrick, he didn't need to touch him on the shoulder. Was it ticky-tacky? Maybe, but they're going to call that. They're going to call that. And I didn't think he needed to do that. So, look, this is what happens when you draft a kid this young. You're going to get awful.
Listen.
My theory is, to your point, I would have been okay with them playing him from the get-go. But this thing that you started with Jimmy, and now you're going to you're just stuck in this weird transition. Now you're just stuck in vortex.
So now I see Jimmy Garoppolo, and they say, hey, he's out with a calf injury.
He was limping around on the sidelines. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that at all. I need to watch it back because I saw a guy who came in last on the football field after halftime. I was saying, wow, Trey's warming up. Trey's ready to go. Oh, what do you know? Trey's going to play. Kyle Shanahan, again. The genius, the offensive genius that everybody's told me he's a genius. I didn't see a genius today. The 2-point conversion, okay, Lincoln Tomlinson goes, he has a false start. You move the ball back 5 yards at the 8-yard line, still go for 2. Go for 2. Why are you kicking a field goal? You know Wisnowski's not a field goal kicker. Go for 2. The 4th and 2 jet sweep to Deebo Samuel to the short side of the field. Terrible play call. What about the sense of urgency?
What was that 4th down call there on the second to last drive? What was that?
I don't know. But how about this?
What was that?
Again. Before halftime, the 2-minute drill, it looked like a team that was very content with going into the locker room tied at 7-7. It looked depressing on that 2-minute drill.
I am not.
So if you want to blame it on Jimmy's calf, go blame it on Jimmy's calf.
No, and the other part of this.
But I see this every single week with Kyle Shanahan.
The thing that frustrated me was, can you get the call into the kid and figure this out? Multiple times they're running it right up with Jimmy as well. Get the play call in. Get it in his helmet. Get the personnel out there. Let's go. We're getting some Greg Roman delay a game situation.
Shanahan has been awful this year. Let's just put, as Guru would say, put the damn rat on the table. Kyle Shanahan has not been a good head coach this season. Kyle Shanahan has not been good when it comes to player personnel.
So
Kyle Shanahan has been overrated this year. Let's just stop caping. Let's stop caping for Kyle for once. I'm just saying. I don't want to hear anything about Kyle Shanahan being on the level of Sean McVay. I don't want to hear him being on the level of Andy Reid. Kyle Shanahan has been overrated this season, and I'm sick of it as a head coach. As a head coach of the 49ers, we've crowned this guy way too damn early. Kyle Shanahan today got out-coached, got out-schemed, and he put his players in a he put his players in a position to fail.
Did he miss a field goal? Did he muff 2 punts? Did he muff a kick? Like, did he get a penalty on 3rd down?
Shanahan has been overrated this season. Stop caping up for him. Shanahan has been overrated this season. If you guys want to keep caping for Shanahan, then go ahead and keep caping for Shanahan. As we got the fans out here at the Hill Hotel in Santa Clara, my blood's boiling right now. My blood's boiling right now. Shanahan has not been a great coach. Let's go to the lines here. Hey, we're here live at the Hilton Hotel. It's cracking right now. Are you going to be able to
make it out alive? It feels like the Niner fans are ready to take you out.
I love you, Niner fans.
I like it.
But you guys need a truth teller. You guys need a truth teller. I'm not going to tell you, hey, here's the Capri Suns and orange slices. Everything's going to be okay. Oh, it's going to be all right. Shanahan's going to recover. You know what? Shanahan has been awful this year, and you can take that to the bank. Let's go to Javier in Vacaville. Javier, what's happening?
How you guys doing today?
What's up?
The Giants clinched. I'm feeling good. Bonte's about to have an aneurysm.
And Chance, I can't say what I want to say about the Dodgers, You know what I'm talking about. But, hey, end of the day, take a deep breath with me. please, Mr. Hill, please understand this, okay? I told Mr. Dickinson this about a week and a half ago, and I'm stick to it. The defensive backfield is depleted, and they don't, for whatever reason, want to go get the right pair to move. And I told them, like I think I told you maybe 2 weeks ago, you need to go get Hoffman and Diggs off the Raiders practice squad, which you said we cannot do, which is untrue, and move Jimmy Ward to corner because their lack of consistencies in the back end.
I'm with you.
Backfield. Granted, understand. Trey Lance came in. Dog, he's 20, 21 years old. We know that Garoppolo is not the guy that's going to obviously put us over the hump to win championship. But do not say Kyle Shanahan is the issue. They lost by a touchdown, and they lost by 2 points last week. They are 9 points away.
I'm kind of with you, Javier, and that's a good call. I'm kind of with you. I don't think they're as bad as it looks. I think they've had some unfortunate look at special teams. I mean, B, when you're out there kicking with Wisnowski as your kicker, and then Cannon, I don't even know what Cannon was doing on both returns. One of them, he just dropped the ball, got up, ran again, which anybody who's played football in England, this kid right here who looks like he's about 8 years old, he knows if the ball is on the ground, fall on it. Don't get up and keep running. What does he do? He gets up, oops, let that one go. Then tries to catch one on the bounce. They had 4 different punt returners today. Ayuk, Sanu, Cannon.
It's been a nightmare.
Debo returned a kick at one point.
The return game's been a nightmare.
Special teams is a nightmare, B. So I know you want to blame the head coach, and I hear you, but at some point, I get it. Guys got to make plays. The coach cannot go out there and literally make plays for them.
You know, Shasky, special teams has been an issue. Would you say under Shanahan the entire time?
It's been up and down. I think 2019 they were very good, even though the kick returner left a lot to be desired. I thought the kicking game was pretty good. I mean, B, there's no debating today. They are a bad special teams unit in general.
The head coach has to button this up. You got to figure out what's going on with the special teams. You got to find a returner.
Yeah.
You got to find somebody who can catch the ball. How about Cannon? On the punt, a great punt by Wisnowski, falls on the football,
and then rolls into
the end zone.
I know.
He rolls into the end zone. Let's go to the lines.
Yeah, keep going.
Let's
go to Larry and SF.
You want to go to Larry and SF?
Larry and SF. What do you got on the 49ers, buddy?
First of all, Butcher, thank you for the tickets. Bonta, Butcher, you guys are my man. Me and DeWanner on our way back.
Awesome.
We had a great time. You know what? I'm going to say this, guys. I'm going to say this. Trey Lance needs to start the rest of the year. It don't matter what happens from here on out.
That's kind of where I'm at.
That boy's got to learn what to do in the NFL because he don't know what to do. Dude, I'm telling you, man, he was looking like, I wish I was back in North Dakota State, man. I can't handle this. Dude, that defense that Seattle ran out there was a joke.
Yeah,
it was a joke.
Well, Larry, they needed to put up points in the first half. They failed to do that, and it felt like you knew if Seattle could just put 7 on the board, it was going to be a snowstorm, wasn't it?
Yep.
Hey, check this out. My boy DeWan said, throw the ball. You throw the ball. I mean, it was wide open, man.
I know.
Dude.
Wide open.
Hey, Larry, did you have fun today? That's all. Honestly, because that was one of your first games at Levi Stadium. Did you have a good time, buddy?
Yeah. Hey, me and DeWan are sitting here. We're on cloud 9, man.
That's what I like.
That's good, Larry. I'm glad you were.
So much.
Call again tomorrow, Larry.
Larry, that put a smile on my face.
6 a.m. to 10. CB?
That put a smile on my face.
The sky's not falling.
No,
the Giants won the West.
No, they did win the West. The Giants did win the West.
Wiggins got vaccinated.
He got vaccinated. He's going to play basketball. The sky's not falling. But we're here to the situation.
Trey Lance threw a touchdown.
Look, he did throw a touchdown and ran in for the 2-point conversion as well. Used his legs really, really well. But what happened here at Levi Stadium? By an old foe.
It was sad.
Russell Wilson. It was sad.
It was sad.
Because you could see it happening.
I know.
You saw it developing right in front of your eyes, man. Jimmy Garoppolo goes up 7-0. They get great field position, and he throws the interception on the guy. Wait, I didn't see him. How many times have we saw the Jimmy no throw? And then you can't move the ball when the running game is at least respectable. And Jimmy's throwing into traffic. And then when George Kittle almost got his leg snapped, I said the longer Seattle hangs around.
They're lucky that Kittle's not hurt. I don't know what's going on. They're lucky he didn't get Navarro Bowman there. That was crazy.
Shasky.
I watched this defensive line play their heart out.
They played their heart out. That's what I'm saying.
The offsides by D4 just really that felt like the nail in the coffin drive because it was like you got to get off the field here. You got to get off the field here, and they couldn't get off the field, and it was very unfortunate. Trey Sermon, just one positive and a lot of negativity. I thought Trey Sermon, as the game went on, now he's in second game, he looked like like a different player today. I still don't know if he's an every down guy. You can throw him hand him the ball off 20 times. But I felt like he was much more comfortable and patient running behind Juszczyk, and I liked what I saw.
It wasn't even just behind Juszczyk. They would motion Juszczyk out, and he would be the lone back in the backfield.
That little trap
where he was basically in the single back set like he was at Ohio State and Oklahoma, playing without a fullback. Look, 19 carries, 89 yards for Trey Sermon. 19 carries, 89 yards for Trey Sermon. I will take that to the bank. Again, at one point in this football game, before Seattle got their first down, it was about 4 minutes and some change left. The Niners had 194 total yards. Seattle had -7. All right? They had -7. They didn't get their first down until 4:37 was left in the first half. 4:37 left in the first half. That was Seattle's first down, and yet it was a 7-0 ball game. Again, when you waste field position, when you don't take advantage of a leaky defense like Seattle had, you let Russell Wilson hang around in this football game, you're going to lose. This is on them, man. I'm exasperated right now because I'm seeing the same thing over and over and over again.
It didn't feel like Russ really only had about 6 or 7 plays where he was asked to do something. And he's just always in complete command. The guy's just such a stud. They ran the ball just enough, made just enough plays, and they were like, we dare the 49ers to actually do something. It just felt very mundane, a very ho-hum win for Seattle. And that, to me, that just shows how far the 49ers are. And that's why I'm not really outraged today.
You know what?
They're just far. Pete, this team is far away.
You know what? You don't think so? They're so far away. Now, Shanahan, Lynch, and this entire organization can stop walking around like they won 3 Super Bowls in the last 3 years. All right, can we stop that now?
Yeah.
It's time to get humbled. This coaching staff got humbled today. Shanahan needs to look himself in the mirror and say, you know what? I got to do better as a head coach.
So what happens moving forward? Are you going to go back to Jimmy if the ankle's good, the calf's good, or are you going to back to Trey?
I say go Trey. If this is not a Super Bowl team.
I don't believe it to be.
All right? And it's about development, and you're willing to sit there and watch losing football knowing that, hey, the rookie may not be ready to go.
Well, he's going to have some growing pains. Like, that's the reality of it. He's not ready, but he needs reps. So the hard part is he needs to play through the mistakes, and I just don't think people were ready for that to happen. The kid needs to play through the mistakes at some point, and we just have to live with it. Look,
I would like to see them go to the postseason.
The regime's not hinging on what happens with Jimmy Garoppolo.
No, it happens with Trey Lance.
It's all about Trey Lance moving forward. No doubt. Everything that happens with this organization is about Trey Lance, and if he does not develop the way they want him to, then everyone's gone. I mean, it's but I knew that in April when they made this move, and that's why I was so adamant that, like, look, man, kid's got to play.
Mr. B in Lodi. What's happening, Mr. B? You're on overtime here on 95.7 The Game.
Yes, thank you, guys. Bonta, you mentioned it a little while ago. The Niners were playing very well in the beginning, but there was a clear momentum shift when that cannon dude fields a punt inside the 5 and rolls into the end zone. That was complete stupidity.
Yes.
I've done a lot of stupid things in my life, and I can admit that. He has to admit that. I would love to know what he was thinking. That was complete stupidity. And the game, it felt to me that the game changed at that moment.
It was a big moment. I thought the moment, when the 49ers had the ball starting at right outside their 40-yard line. And Ayuk had a punt return. And I'm thinking, okay, you got to score here. You've been punting back and forth for Seattle. Seattle has no rhythm.
None.
Nothing's happening.
And the defense was humming.
The defense was playing their butts off.
Bosa was playing so hard.
Levi's was rocking in that first half. It was deafening. I said, okay, Levi Stadium showed up.
I thought it rocked in the third quarter, too, when they almost got those 2 stops and the penalties negated it.
Let me tell you, they had a 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Okay.
6:25 left. Trey Sermon gets 5 yards on first down. Goes for -1 on second down. Then it's a 3rd and 6. And Garoppolo throws it into the ground basically to George Kittle. There's a couple defenders around him. And then you have to punt. And Cannon, again, what Mr. B just pointed out, rolls into the end zone. Seattle gets the ball at the 20-yard line. First play in that possession. Oh, Mr. Russell Wilson finds Alex Collins at the flat, 28 yards, and now we're cooking. Because at that point, all that other team needs, whether it's Russ, Aaron Rodgers, anybody, you just need to play. You need somebody to make a play.
No, you're right.
Seattle finally got somebody to make a play, and boom. Now all of a sudden you got a ball game.
And then after Cannon fumbles, you give the ball to Russ in the red zone, and Russ just goes around the corner, and you got Javon Kinlaw trying to chase him down. I mean, I know everybody wants to get the big, giant, old-school D tackle. Bonta, this division has unbelievable athletes. None of our guys outside of Warner and Bosa and Ford can stay with Russ.
I know.
They don't have the limit. I know you want to eat the run and stuff the run. And nah, man, you got to beat guys to the edges. Javon Kinlaw running after Russell Wilson. It's like, come on, man. Yeah. And Russ, of course, Russ was going to get in there. I mean,
you already knew. Let's go to Nico on Sacramento. Nico.
Line them up, 888-957-9570.
Nico, what's happening?
Man. Hey, man, I mean, everybody was excited about getting Lance in the game, and then finally he gets in the game. I mean, in my Steiny voice, he stinks. I'm sorry, bro. He's not ready. He's just not ready. Everyone knew he was not ready. Shanahan knew. Everyone knew. But you guys all wanted him, and you got the new shiny toy, and what happened? He did a little bit, but he can't throw. He's not ready, man.
Let me ask you this. No, let me ask you this, because you're coming in trying to walk off a grand slam here like you're the Yankees. What, would you just keep him on the practice squad and pray to God that you can pull him out of the oven next year? And, oh, my God, he's fairy tale Mahomes. The kid needs to play. That's how you get better in life. You got to cut your teeth and make mistakes, no?
That's 100% true, but I mean,
okay then.
I mean, to play. I mean, you're right. You got to play to win. But I mean, is he good? No.
Well, we'll see. Time will tell.
It's his first.
Time will tell.
Action.
And look, I would go back and I'd go look at Kaepernick's numbers in the tie game against the Rams. Everyone brings up the Bears game, which was his first start, and he was electric. He had a full week of being with the starters. When he went in there halfway through the game, that Alex got the concussion against the Rams. I was there. I was sitting in the 45-yard line at Candlestick. He was horrible in the entire second half and into overtime. They tied the Jeff Fisher St. Louis Rams. I think it was like 13-13. All right? No one wants to remember that. It is hard for a kid when he doesn't know he's going to get in there. Boom. All of a sudden, you're starting the second half. You're overwhelmed. You're amped up. The playbook has not been catered to you. Look, I'm not caping up for him, but these are the reasons why the kid looks shaky, and he hasn't played. He hasn't played. So, look, right now, Jimmy Garoppolo might be just a better NFL player than Trey Lance, but Jimmy Garoppolo's not the future. And so I want to see the kid play through all the mistakes. That's what all the other guys are doing right now. And yeah, you're going to lose games. It's going to be ugly, but you take the good with the bad when you're trying to develop someone, because it's all about his development, Bonta.
If the results are going to be the same, play the kid. Play the kid.
Were they going to win this game? Were they going to win this game in the second half?
It didn't feel like it was with Jimmy Garoppolo. I had no confidence in Jimmy Garoppolo after that second quarter.
I had more confidence in Jimmy than I had Trey in the second half.
I had absolutely no confidence in Jimmy Garoppolo after he stunk it up in the second quarter. He stunk it up. He stunk it up. Let's just put the rat on the table. Jimmy stunk in the second quarter. He was not good, and he was not stretching the field to the point where Seattle just started walking up to the line of scrimmage, and they were saying, Jimmy Garoppolo's not going to throw it deep down the field. At least with Trey, I got a threat where, man, I got to guard every blade of grass on the football field. With Jimmy, everything is between the hash marks and between the numbers.
Well, it's
in the traffic.
And guys are getting hit.
It is predictable. Guys are getting murdered.
Diggs sat on that ball and moved over.
He sat on it.
I thought Trent Sherfield needed to come back with just a little more. I'm not trying to blame Sherfield.
Look,
I didn't think it was the worst throw by Jimmy. I thought it was a better play by the safety to know where the play was coming.
Jimmy makes mistakes like a rookie quarterback.
All quarterbacks do.
He makes a mistake. No, but Jimmy makes a lot of them. Look, how do you lose a football game, folks, when the 49ers had more first downs than Seattle, 23-14. All right?
I thought they were running it well, too, today.
Look,
I thought Sermon looked better. I thought the defensive line was dominating.
Total yards, 457 total yards to 234.
You got to score points.
6.3 yards per play compared to 4.3 yards per play. All right? The rushing game, you outrushed them. You had 29 carries. 31 minutes and 40 seconds of time of possession. That was apparently it. What you got for me?
All right, so we're going to go out to the lines. 888-957-957. No, Gabriel and Oakland, we're going to go to you in 1 second. Kyle Shanahan on Trey Lance, quote, unquote. The game plan wasn't built for him. We had to make some moves on the fly, some good, some bad. I thought he ran the ball well, hit some passes, obviously missed some passes. Thought he had a typical first game. That's 100% it. I mean, the kid is going to be good at one point. He's just not there yet.
Here's my issue. Here's my issue with what he said there.
What?
I agree the game plan probably wasn't built for Trey Lance. But damn it, he's a backup quarterback. Don't you want the backup quarterback to know the game plan? All of a sudden, we got two different game plans. Well, so if this other quarterback comes in, oh, man, we got to switch it up.
Bonta,
but you know what? You've been trading these guys as a pocket quarterback. I don't care, Shasky.
But they're very different.
That doesn't make sense to me. We don't have a game plan for Trey Lance? That's a cop-out. Well, he should be – Just last week, he told us he's the backup quarterback. He's prepared to run every play. Jimmy read. He just said that on Wednesday.
I know.
Shasky.
How many coaches have full game plans for their backup quarterback?
He just told us he had the same game plan for Trey Lance.
I don't believe Shanahan at a podium anymore.
Stop lying to us, then, man. This is your head coach, not mine. I'm tired of it. Shasky just told us on Wednesday. Trey Lance is the backup quarterback. He needs to know all the plays that Garoppolo's running. And now you tell us after this loss that, hey, you know what? We had a different game plan. He wasn't prepared to use his game plan. Which one is it?
I don't know.
For crying out loud,
I don't know.
Which one is it?
I don't know. But we're just going to have to live with the development of the kid.
Man,
it's all about
Trey,
whether the kid can get up to
Shanahan,
speed.
dude.
No, it's it. Look, I look at
Let's go to the calls,
one second.
man.
Gabriel. We'll go to Gabriel in Oakland, and then I'll make a point on the quarterback.
I got to save this up for tomorrow.
888-957-9570. Line
It's going to be a long week, 49ers
You're ready
fans.
to kill me.
I'm tired of Shanahan. He told us on Wednesday the backup quarterback needs to be ready to run the same game plan. And now you're telling us immediately after the game, we had a different game plan. What? Which one is it? I thought he was the backup quarterback ready to run the game plan. You just lied to us.
Well, he
you
lies
just contradicted to
all the coaches lie.
3 days later.
I know. Let's go Gabriel in Oakland. What do you got on the Niners?
Gentlemen, what's up, man? Listen, I'm as frustrated as everybody here, man. But you know what I'm more frustrated about? Is the fact that we beat ourselves.
Agreed.
Okay? We beat ourselves, okay? Now, Trey Lance played good. You know, he had a couple of things here and there, but he's a rookie.
He's got so much room to grow.
Man.
Exactly.
All right? And he's going to learn. He's going to be great. Trust me. But we beat ourselves.
I'm with you.
The mistakes that we made cost us points.
I'm with you.
And that's what the game came down to.
No, I'm with you.
If you look at it.
Keep going, Gabe. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm sorry about that. Listen,
you're all good.
Points that were cost. Okay, interception, 7 points. That's 13.
I know. And then you missed a field goal. You missed a field goal. You fumbled the ball on a kick return. You got 8 billion different punt and kick returners back there. Ayuk gets his helmet smacked off because he got squared up so hard. Look, right now, the reality is, and I know you could be frustrated by the injuries. That's totally fair as a cop-out. The injuries are a cop-out. It also is an explanation for how depleted they are. They're playing a guy in Drake Kirkpatrick who anyone in the league could have had last week. Anyone. And he's one of their top dogs. And you know what? I actually thought he looked pretty good. They're playing a kid at running back who's getting better, but he's not where he needs to be. Yeah. And he's a baby in Trey Sermon. They're playing Trey Lance. He's a baby. It's the veteran guys. Like Alex Mack has been getting blown off the ball the last 2 weeks, B. That's who I'm mad at. You passed up on Ruiz in the draft last year because you wanted Javon Kinlaw, a guy with a bum knee and a 2-down defensive tackle, when you should have taken the guard center, because guard and center has been a hole since Jonathan Goodwin led the team 10 years ago. Let's go out to another one. Gabriel in Redwood City. What do you got?
Joe, what's going on? 4th and 6, man. We got to go for it there. You can't kick it with Mitch Wisnowski, man. Robbie goes down, and we're missing field goals. You can go for it in 4th and 6. You're already in our territory. We got to take that right there, man.
I'm 100% with you. And then they had I believe, a 2-point conversion opportunity, which I don't even know. The game might have been out of hand, whatever. But it's a 2-point conversion situation, and you take a delay of game or an offsides or whatever it was when the guy was moving. Go for it again. I don't care if you're on the 7. Mitch Wisnowski already missed 2 kicks. What are we doing?
Shanahan, on Trey Lance's performance, it looked like a typical first game.
Yeah.
That's why he's the number 2 quarterback.
Exactly.
That's from Shanahan.
He's just not there yet. Let's
go to Brett in the city. Brett, what's happening? You're on overtime here on 95.7 The Game.
Hey, what's up, fellas? So, obviously, if Trey goes the rest of this season, you can probably just use this season as a throwaway season.
Exactly.
That's for the promised land this year yet. But what do you guys think of next year? If he goes next year, do you think next year's also a kind of throwaway season? Like, are we looking?
So I'm glad. No, this is a great point, Brett, and I want to break this down. I said philosophically, when they made the trade to go get the kid, everything revolves around him being good. And not good, all pro level by year 3. That's what you're hoping. Now, could you in the interim still field a really, really good team and try to win the division and try to get into the playoffs? Absolutely you could. But the entire organization now is all in on this kid. And if you are not providing the infrastructure and the opportunities for the kid to play, then we are prolonging whenever you're hoping for him to hit the ground and be a Pro Bowler. The fairy tale Mahomes situation is not going to happen here for the Niners. All right? Alex was a better quarterback than Jimmy Garoppolo. Can we agree there?
He was.
Okay. All right. And Trey Lance needs more work and more reps than what Mahomes needed.
Long-term, Alex Smith was a better quarterback. In 2019, Jimmy Garoppolo had.
He's not that same player. He's regressed.
Not the same, and that's what I'm saying. That's why he can't play no more. He's regressed.
He's regressed.
With Jimmy Garoppolo, they were not winning that football game.
What's their ceiling right now with Jimmy the rest of the year? 10 wins? 9 wins? 8 wins? I'm asking you
9
sincerely.
wins, maybe.
Okay. Now,
10 wins?
Whatever you think the floor is for the kid, I'm willing to live with that.
Yeah.
I told you that. I'm okay. Okay, you go to the first round of the playoffs, you get knocked out by Seattle or whomever, the Packers, whatever. How does that help this team next year? How does that help Trey Lance next year? This is all about the kid.
I wanted the guy to start week number 1.
I know you did.
And people said, no, you got to go Jimmy.
Well, they were trying to thread the needle.
You got to go Jimmy. I said, the kid is better than Jimmy right now.
Well, today he wasn't.
But you come in the game in the third quarter.
I know.
You start and you don't have any reps with the ones. First 2 throws, it's nerve-wracking, right? Then you hit Tebow, right? You find him open.
He was overwhelmed. He was overwhelmed and amped. I'm with you, B. You okay? He might die on me. 888-957-9570. You take the headset off and cough. Daniel in San Jose, hop on in. What do you got, buddy?
Gentlemen, I am 100% with you guys. We need to start Trey now. Jimmy's time is up. Let's take Jimmy's, his contract off the books and invest in an offensive line because we need new centers, we need new tackles. Straight up.
They need a secondary. They need a secondary. I'm sitting here watching Fred Warner, who's just an absolute thoroughbred. He's a star. Fred Warner is a star, and he's throwing his body around recklessly, making plays left and right. I'm watching Nick Bosa, and Eric Armstead work there. You know what's off. And this offense can't move the rock. It's not even about Jimmy, Trey. The offense as a whole was bad.
It was bad.
And I know the quarterback is a function of that.
It was bad in the second. Shasky, it was bad in the second quarter.
Agreed.
It was the same thing over and over again. I'm thinking to myself,
they should have put up 21 points.
Exactly what I said. To start. This is why I'm so hot. You're up 7-0 and you let Russ hang around. Now Seattle has life. They're 2-2. The Niners are 2-2 after losing 2 straight.
And that's a flawed team. That's the part that pisses me off right now. That is a flawed,
I'm telling you,
unbalanced team.
Flawed team. Let's go to Jose in the 408. Jose, what's happening? You're on 95.7 The Game. Jose, let's go. What's up, Jose?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey,
what's going on?
I think Shanahan is to blame for this loss here. I didn't like how he had Brandon Ayuk returning punts and taking shots like that. You're risking one of the only weapons you have on offense besides Deebo Samuel right now. Then number 49 on special teams had a horrible day. He's trying to down that punt at the 1-yard line, ends up diving into the end zone. Then he fumbles a kickoff, and then he lets go the next kickoff, and that's a live ball. That's a fumble, man. But I blame Shanahan. I think he's got to step his game up.
No, he does. Shanahan does have to step his game up. But another thing, too, I was walking in the parking lot, and I heard some fans coming out of there. They were ticked off about Shanahan not talking to the kid. There was a timeout there before 4th down, and the kid's just kind of standing on the field by himself.
There was a lot of confusion in between plays.
Exactly. And
a lot of personnel running on and off the field.
And Shanahan's at the other end of the sideline. And I'm thinking to myself, how about you go up there and coddle the kid?
Yeah.
Talk to the kid. What are you doing? Who's talking to the kid? You're the quarterback whisperer. This is your hand-selected pick. Talk to him between every timeout, between every play. Instead, you're just off doing your own thing to the side, and there's no communication there. Now, maybe it's getting relayed from Shanahan to Mike McDaniel to Trey Lance or Scangarello, the quarterback coach. I would like to see Kyle be more hands-on with Trey Lance during the actual game. And he hasn't done that with Jimmy. No. He hasn't done that with C.J. Beathard. And he hasn't done that with Trey Lance so far. He's got to fix that.
No, I'm with you. There's a couple things I want to break down on Kyle Shanahan. If we're going to rip him and crush him for every little thing, I thought there were big plays left on the table. Sermon got ankle tackled multiple times, could have went to the house. I think Raheem takes that to the house. Now, Raheem's always hurt, but I think Elijah might even take a couple of those to the house. There were big play throws drawn up that could not be executed because of poor offensive line play. Over and over and over. And I thought that Trey Lance, as he started to go out there, he was reluctant to pull the trigger. And there was a couple of different times where he was going to throw it. And I think he was afraid to make a mistake, and he kept rolling, and it ended up being either a negative or a no play where, it gets batted down or whatever.
I'm seeing the text right now. That's going to be a big talking point tomorrow on the morning roast. would the 49ers have won that game if Jimmy Garoppolo stayed in there? The momentum was already on the Seahawks sideline. They had snatched their momentum
Jimmy
before
didn't
halftime.
fumble the punt return. Lance didn't fumble the kick return, excuse me. They gave up 21 unanswered.
Exactly.
And they had multiple fumbles there. And I don't think Jimmy would have won that game, and I don't think that would have been an indictment on Jimmy Garoppolo.
Mustafa and Fremont, what's happening? You're on overtime here on 95.7 The Game.
Mustafa.
Yo, what's going on, guys? This is such a frustrating loss. Here's what I think. I mean, at this point, I'm not expecting playoffs.
Me neither.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm happy allowing the rookie Trey Lance to get out there and just get some games and some reps under him, because as you let him play, he's going to progress and he's going to get
exactly.
Jimmy G is not our answer, and Shanahan needs to do a little better job of coaching. But overall, I think
you're right. And Trey Lance, look, he's got quantum leaps to go. He does. No one is sitting here saying that he's anywhere near. I think right now, Jimmy is a better player than Trey Lance. But by year's end, can he close that gap or get maybe, incrementally better than him? That's what you're looking for long term. Like, this is all about the development of the kid. This is all about setting him up to see different coverages, to face different schemes, to go into different situations, so that in year 2, he can hit the ground running and you have that rookie contract that you can maximize and have more talent on the O-line, more talent in the secondary. Spread that Jimmy money that you have right now, lock him into the quarterback room around this team.
Do it for the offense, because Trent Williams may not be around.
What happened
next week? They said it was an elbow. Now they're saying it's a shoulder. 49ers are concerned about left tackle Trent Williams. Trent Williams did not return to the game after that last injury. Let's go to the lines here. Joe in Alameda. Joe, what's happening?
Gentlemen, thanks for taking my call. Hey, listen, I'm all about Trey Lance, but the minute we put him in there as the starter for the rest of the season, we're giving up on the season. He's not ready. And if we put him in there, what's our record going to be? Maybe 4 or 5 wins? Who are we going to draft with our first-round pick? Oh, wait, we don't have one. How are you going to look Kittle in the face? How are you going to look Debo in the face and know you're not playing the best player?
Well, here's what I would counter. Let me counter real quick. I mean, if Jimmy continues to play, Kittle might not have a leg by the end of the year, because this is the 3rd time Jimmy Garoppolo specifically has thrown George Kittle, the highest-priced offensive weapon outside of the quarterback, into harm's way. He threw that ball so high. You are lucky George Kittle has a leg right now. I thought he got Bowman'd. And he's gone.
And he's gone just like that. Shanahan on Garoppolo's calf injury.
Yeah, what happened there?
I smell BS about this injury.
Okay.
I really do.
Okay.
I didn't see any limping. Maybe I need to go back and watch it.
Really
no, I'm just being real, Shasky.
Okay.
I'm just keeping it buck like these fans should.
Okay.
I owe it to this fan base to tell the honest truth about what's going on with the 49ers right now. And what's going on with the 49ers right now is they're not a well-coached football team. They make blunders after blunders in the return game and special teams. The fourth down play calling. When you're running a jet sweep to the short side of the field with Debo Samuel, and that's a long 2 yards. You botched that. I don't like where this football team is at. And I kind of don't like where their organization is at right now. Seriously, I'm not a fan of missing playoffs. I don't care. You need winning breeds good culture. You keep losing. George Kittle, you're going to tell George Kittle, hey, man, we're going to develop the kid. And you know what? I think Trey's better. But all of a sudden, George Kittle, 4 of his 5 years is going to miss out on the playoffs. You're going to be watching football in January.
It's unfortunate.
Here's what Shanahan, real quick, Shasky. Here's what Shanahan said about the injury.
This is what makes it tough.
Yeah, it does make it tough. He said he isn't sure when Garoppolo injured his calf, but he got stepped on. He played after the injury for a while, but was unable to push off against it as time went on. Look, whether he couldn't push off on the calf or not, it looked like the same old Jimmy G to me. Did that look like the same old Jimmy G to you?
I thought he made a couple of really nice throws, and then everything else was high, late, over the middle, very predictable. And I also thought that the team as a whole just left so many plays out there. They just left so many plays. The play calling's so scared. It's always so scared. They just and he hit Debo on a couple of really nice passes over the middle.
We're going to sign off soon here. It's already 4:51. This hour's flown by. But we're gonna get all these calls here on the line. Starting with Harbaugh in Livermore. Harbaugh, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, fellas? Thanks for taking my call. One of the things that I'm seeing that nobody has brought up, you guys or the other station, and I love you guys, but Mike McDaniels, the new offensive coordinator, there's something to be said about the offense since he's taken over.
That's interesting.
But is it – hold on real quick, Harbaugh.
I like this.
I like where you're going here, but does Shanahan call the plays?
So I don't know who calls the plays, but since McDaniels has taken over, aside from the first game, and we did have Dre Greenlaw had a pick six. Aside from that, our offense has looked terrible. It's not a coincidence. And Shanahan has done the right thing. Don't get me wrong. Eddie's the best of the best coaches, whether they come off the defensive or the offensive side, they relinquish their duties to the coordinators. But there's a transitional period. It has to be. And it's not a coincidence. Since McDaniels has taken over, our offense has stunk.
Is this Juice?
There's a level of – Go ahead.
Is this also Juice, Harbaugh? Is that who this is? You sound just like him.
Juice
but there's something
Juice ain't coming in at. Come on.
That nuanced? Sounds good. I like it. Let's bookmark that. Let's get to the next one. Jay Wise in Fairfield.
Right.
What do you got?
Yeah, man. How you guys doing? The kid's not ready. He showed it today. He is the future, but he's not ready right now. If he plays against a good defense.
So what do you do?
What do you do moving forward?
Yeah, will you just sit him all year and pray he's ready next year?
No, I think he should get more reps, definitely, because Jimmy's not the answer. But, he needs more time.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Harbaugh brought up Mike McDaniel, which is an interesting point.
Very interesting
But
angle.
Shanahan calls the plays.
Are we sure?
Shanahan calls the plays. He's got total control. Until somebody tells me differently, does Shanahan not call the plays anymore?
I don't know.
Come on. Shanahan calls the plays. He's got the play sheet. He's calling the plays. He's watching the defense from behind. He's calling the plays. Let's just stop sugarcoating things for Kyle Shanahan. You got Jerry in San Jose. I'm going to save it for tomorrow, man. I'm a little hot right now. I just can't believe.
You're about to slap me.
No, I just can't believe the amount of caping for Kyle Shanahan this region does. This guy's a glorified offensive coordinator at this point. He's done nothing, all right? He's done nothing. Let's be real here. Now that we look back at 2019 and we take a step back and deep breath, that defense carried the show. The running game carried the show. The physicality of Robert Saleh's defense carried the show. And when the Super Bowl was on the line, what did Kyle Shanahan do? Kyle Shanahan got out coached in that Super Bowl. He blew it before halftime. He blew it at the end of the game. I'm tired of the caping for the quote-unquote offensive genius. I really am. I can't take it this week. No more of this, let's give Shanahan a pass. He doesn't have his quarterback, this and that with Shanahan. If this was Mariucci, we would have wanted him fired. If this was matter of fact, we read George Seifert 2 years after winning the Super Bowl. Read him out of town.
I love Seifert. You know that. You know I do.
Mooch made the playoffs 4 times in 6 years, and we still ran him out of town. It wasn't good enough. Now all of a sudden, hey, you know what? Let's miss the playoffs for the 4th time in 5 years. That's okay, because Shanahan has a long-term project. How many coaches get 6 years, 5 years, and only make the playoffs once? How many coaches in the NFL does this?
Yeah, but how many teams move this much draft capital to go get somebody? Like this is a lot of rare going on here.
You feel me, Debo? You feel me, Debo? A lot of people starting to feel me here. Jerry in San Jose. Jerry, what's happening? You're in overtime. We're gonna just take in all these calls. I don't care. We go till 6 o'clock right now. I don't care, Evan. Let me know when to break and get off the airways. We'll do that. But right now, let's go to Jerry in San Jose. I'm fired up right now, and the 49er fan base should be fired up after that performance.
Listen, I'm going to say one thing. I appreciate your honesty, because I'm sick of these people, these fair weather fans coming in here trying to say this and that. Oh, the kid's not ready. Well, you know what? Go look at the box scores, because if the kid ain't ready, then we got a real problem on our hands, because the kid looks a lot better than Jimmy G did. So now what? Now what are we going to do? And hold on. This is something I need to get off my chest. Can we stop with the Kyle Shanahan crap? The guy's ego is so big. Him and Lynch both. His ego is what is going to destroy this team. I mean, let's go back into the draft. It goes back to the draft. You're picking Ayuk over Lamb? I mean, it's like, yeah, but that's always thinking that they know so much more than the next man. Instead of taking the obvious choice that's going to put us in a better winning position. You got Aaron Banks in the 2nd round. Where's he been? He hasn't even hit the floor yet.
No.
You haven't even seen the guy. What can he do? I'm sick of this stuff. Jimmy's ego is going to destroy this team. He thinks he can outsmart everyone. He thinks he knows more than everyone. That ego is going to be our demise unless he gets humbled like he did today a little more. And just to go back again, Trey Lance, go look at the box score, guys. He's not ready. Okay? If he's not ready, then we got real problems, because Jimmy G sure the heck ain't ready.
You know what? That's a hell of a phone call to end overtime.
Call. And call us this week, 6 to 10 a.m., Monday through Friday.
Tomorrow, We're going to talk about the Giants win in West.
Yeah, I might bring in a bouquet of flowers. I'm going to be so happy with that Giants win.
Yeah, I'm really excited. But right now, I can't
talk
about
just
it.
Giants tomorrow.
I know you do. I bet you do.
I don't really want to be in here for any of these Kyle Shanahan, Trey Lance, Jimmy Garoppolo combos. Can we wait till Tuesday?
Dude, look, tomorrow is all about the callers. It's all about the callers. 888-957-9570. If you thought overtime was explosive, you ain't seen nothing yet. Monday morning, we'll be here before you know it. And trust me, after a good night's sleep, I will be ready to go. I will be ready to go. Shasky will be ready to go. It's going to be nothing but phone calls tomorrow. And we're going to talk about this. It's going to be a group therapy session from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. about this football team, about this football game. Oh, there's a lot of people do. But you know what? A lot of people do.
I'm going to be happy.
Look, it's 90 degrees out here in Santa Clara.
It's beautiful.
I'm hot. I'm miserable.
I can tell.
I just watched Russell Wilson cook the Niners for the 16th time in his career.
The irony is he didn't even play.
He didn't even play great.
He didn't even play great. That's the part that
lost
frustrates
the football
me.
game.
That team, look, Seattle's better than the Niners, and they're so flawed.
You know what?
And it goes to show how far the Niners have to go.
And you know what? The block is hot. Shamari Block and Whitey Gleason will take it right here at 5 o'clock. So if you're on hold, stay on hold. Talk to them. I need to break it till 6 a.m.
I might call them in just to celebrate the Giants.
You may have to, because I ain't celebrating anything right now. My mind is looking at this football team.
It's hard for me to be angry.
Nah, you know what? I watched that game.
Logan Webb hit a home run today.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Your boy was double screening it in the end zone. My wife was like, "Can you put the phone down?" I was like, "The Giants are about to clinch at home." By the way, it's a beautiful day out there today.
It was a beautiful day.
I know you're mad about football.
That
was a lot of fun. And now I know why they don't want to have October games in the daytime here at Levi's, because that was a scorcher.
Shasky, losing ain't fun, man.
I know it isn't.
Losing ain't fun. And with that said, I'm going to sign off. Thanks to everybody at the Hilton Hotel out here in Santa Clara.
Oh,
you guys are great. Joe Eustace, Michelle, setting us up.
Hilton.
The tailgate truck right here in front of us.
Are you going to be able to walk to your car? Because I feel like some of these 49er
I think some 49er fans are ready to mob. For some reason, I had some people screaming at me getting on Kyle Shanahan. Then what would you want me to do? Hey, Shanahan's a great coach, but you know what? Go get him next time. You'll be okay. It's okay. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You sound like my late grandmother, Lorene William Tyndall, the late, great Lorene William Tyndall. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You know what? I ain't buying that no more. This is pro football. This is the bottom line. It's a winning business, all right? Losing is for losers. Show me a good loser, and